A little known fact of history is that in the 16th, 17th, and 18th century, there was a big chunk of the slave trade that involved Europeans, but not as the enslavers. They were the enslaved. And the perpetrators in this case were from Africa. They were the feared pirates of the North African Barbary coast. Estimates of the number of European slaves taken during these centuries range from hundreds of thousands to over 1 million. Now, one of the centers of this trade was Algiers, which still exists today under that name, and that was the center of a semi-independent state nominally under the wing of the Ottoman Empire. In the 15th and 16th century, the city even had its own internationally infamous and feared pirate leader who also happened to be the local governor, Hayreddin Barbarossa. These Barbary pirates were major players in international affairs. You see, I visited both the island of Vestmannaeyjar off of Iceland and also Skansen Fort in the Faroe Islands capital of Tórshavn. Now, what do these two places have in common other than they're both sort of in Scandinavia? Well, both of them are really far from the Barbary states, and both of them suffered slave raids by Barbary pirates, both in 1609, one in 1627 and 1629, and in those, whole villages were carted off into slavery. The Barbary pirates were
kind of a big deal.
And so was a recent shipwreck find, first discovered in 2005 at a depth of 2,700 feet or 825 meters. This was in the Western Mediterranean in between Spain and Morocco, and it was a small ship that was found, only about 14 meters or 45 feet. First, the artifacts. It was laden with objects, but mostly a lot of pottery. And some of this pottery came from Belgium or Germany, Turkey, but actually a lot of it was made right in Algiers. So that was clue number one. And clue number two, the pottery dated the shipwreck to around 1760, a high point for Barbary piracy. This little ship was laden with guns, muskets, cannons, swivel guns, perfect for this little guy to unthreateningly approach a much larger ship and suddenly bust out the guns for a sneak attack.